Mikel, can I take you back to Christmas last season when you had a few injury problems and people were out with COVID and Smith-Rowe came into the team, his first start, and then that changed to seemingly the course of his whole Arsenal career and your season. Is it possible the same could have happened with Eddie this week, do you think?
In football, anything can happen. So if you would have said to me, after Emil he was 3 months out with his shoulder, and a lot of things happened, and he was getting back, and he was looking really good, and we decided to give him the opportunity. But then he had to step in, he had to perform, and he's done it and really consistently, and especially this season as well with the amount of goals that he's scoring. Eddie has this capacity, yes. What he needs is just opportunity, time, and support, especially when he has difficult moments. And if you are ready and prepared to do that, which you know what the consequences are, I'm sure he will be successful.
Does the situation with Emil show how quickly things can change, where you can go from being on the fringes to suddenly playing every week and potentially staying longer?
Yes, because if you have that character and that quality to show it immediately or very quickly, things can turn very quickly. And look what happened with Eddie in the last 2 weeks.
This summer there'll be a situation, it seems, where both Arsenal and Man United are looking at perhaps the same sort of players in the same positions. You're both going to need a striker, for example. Does that concern you to be going head-to-head with some of the biggest clubs and the most rich clubs in the world?
Well, we have to accept what we can do. And then we have to find the best players to fit what we want to do. And we want players that want to come here. That's for me number one. When I look at their eyes and I speak to him, that they are really willing to come here, they understand what we are trying to do, they feel the way we play, they feel the way we are as a club, and you don't start to compare things that, in my opinion, they are not relevant. After that, I'm sure that we're going to be trying to do the best possible things to get the club where we want.
Adrian?
Mikel, on Eddie, you said you were talking about in the week what he's been showing you and the lack of opportunities he's maybe had. Can you give us a little insight into what he's been showing you behind the scenes and maybe why he's been a bit unlucky not to play a bit more than he has?
It's because the space that he had in the team, because of his personal situation and contractual situation, but he doesn't give us anything else than the best every single day. The way he trains, the way he wants to improve, the attention that he pays, how he behaves when he plays, when he doesn't play. He's just a phenomenal player, and he's shown, not to me, I think to the whole team. That's why he's so respected in the dressing room, the type of person that he is.
He's obviously known, I think it's probably fair to say, as somebody who's very good inside the penalty box. Was it quite good to see him maybe have a game at that level in midweek, to maybe show a little bit more of what he can do, and there's maybe more to his game than what he does inside the penalty box?
He has this special ability that the ball lands where he is. He's able to read the situations or modified positions very quickly in relation to what he expects to happen, and the ball gets to him, and when that happens, most of the time he puts the ball in the net.
Can I just ask one more? You're talking earlier on about the work you've done in terms of trying to turn around Arsenal and the patience you've had from the people at the club around you. How much does that help you do your job, knowing that if the club hits a sticky run of results, etc., maybe things aren't going well, you've got that environment around you? How much does that help?
But that doesn't happen on a daily basis. That has to happen before. You have to analyze the situation, you have to agree with what we have and how we are going to do it, and then you have to accept that within the tools that we had in front of us and the context and who are we fighting against, there are going to be some bumpy roads in there. That doesn't mean that you want to avoid them as much as possible, but how we are going to react to that. If it's a one-person responsibility, if you're going to share it, if you're going to stick together, and then the messages that you want to send outside and internally as well about, is this a project, is not a project, winning tomorrow and losing tomorrow is going to change again the whole thing, or not. And when you define that clearly and you have people that you can trust, then I think you can move on.
Okay, last couple, Dave.
Mikel, I wanted to ask you a general one about the intensity of the modern game, hard running, pressing. I mean, can you just talk a little bit about how fundamental that is to your vision?
I don't see the game played in any other way, that we are dominant, that we are playing as much as possible in the opponent half, that we are aggressive, that we want to regain the ball as quick as possible, that when the ball is over us, I want to see everybody sprinting back. to do that, you have to be really fit. So your lifestyle is key. Your natural qualities and what you can deliver physically becomes really, really important, because now we're doing it once a week, but hopefully it will be required to do it 3 times a week, which is a different task. And to that, you need the best specialists, the best people around you, and then get some habits that are really clear and demanding with the standards that we want to play.
Is it difficult? Can it be difficult to get that buy-in from every player?
No. I think we have that 100%. Some players can perform it better than others, or they have more experience doing it. Some others have to adapt, because coming from different leagues is always challenging, because probably they haven't faced that level of intensity in the league, but they are also willing to do it.
Do you feel that if you can bring that intensity against this Man United team on Saturday, you can basically...
On those big games like that, it's a big part. The physical part, how you go about the duels, the rhythm that you play, the energy that you create, how you transmit that to your fans is crucial. So it will be important tomorrow.
And finally, we'll go to Art.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Just on Eddie, I know going into this season, I guess most people have wanted to see him develop his general play a bit more. And for his second goal at Stamford Bridge, I think the way he received the ball kind of on the turn, that's something he's been doing quite a lot this season. So how much work's gone into that side of the game, and how has his application been with that side of it?
Something that he works almost every day on, because we know this capacity he has to make runs in behind, the timing of it, how he attacks the box. But his link-up play, his understanding of spaces, the timing, receptions, where he wants to come and which passes and spaces he will find afterwards, he has improved a lot. And I think at Stamford Bridge was a really good example of that.
Is it tough to show that when, say, you're not starting every week and you maybe not got that rhythm? So has he got that rhythm now, do you think?
It is tough, because you just have moments, so you play 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then the assessment is never going to be fair, because that moment as well is conditioned by the game, by the result, by what the opponent is doing, the spaces that you can use. And today he had, again, the second chance, and he did it really well.
And just one on Ben White, because I know a couple of weeks ago you mentioned when you've won games and he's played at right back, there haven't been many questions about him playing there, but he obviously had a few minutes playing right back at Chelsea and he won. So I was just wondering, what do you like about his game to make you put him at right back in those situations?
No, what I like is the versatility that we can have to do different things in different phases of our play, and that's something that he has the capacity to do, and he gives us a little bit more versatility and unpredictability as well.
Okay, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.